I'm Emelie. I'm marketing lead here at Flowlife. Been lucky enough to spend around 14 months together with ROIROI. Flowlife, we're a Swedish brand and we specialize in recovery tech. And right now on a very fun growth journey. So I think we're looking year to date at a growth rate of around 86% compared to last year, which is quite crazy. And when starting to work with ROIROI around 14 months ago, I'd say we were in early stages of this journey. We had a proven market fit and strong brand, but we were lacking a scalable setup to drive demand in new markets. We knew that performance was a key way to get there, but we neither had the ad setup, the reliance on Meta to be able to get there. We were relying super heavily on Google, not really driving any incrementality. So despite logistics in place to sell across Europe, we weren't really creating any demand. So we were looking for, of course, an agency to help optimize ads, but also act as more strategic partner to help us on the journey ahead.
And what were the main challenges you were trying to solve? Like, what were the specific pain points you were struggling with?
Well, I think in general, to have that scalable setup, it's of course a broad term, but we were aware that we were underusing Meta as a growth driver, definitely. We also knew that we didn't have the performance setup needed to scale in new markets. We were relying heavily on marketing in Nordics, our home markets, because that's where we knew that we had sales, we had a customer, but we were basically harvesting existing customers. We weren't driving any new incrementality. So I think that was the main part to see what's out there in other markets where we had logistics, but no real demand, no real marketing at all. And we knew that performance was kind of the easiest way to get there, probably the most efficient as well.
Yeah, and how did that go?
I think within just a few weeks, we had a complete new setup. Shortly after, we could see the spend going from basically 80-20 Google Meta to almost opposite, driving way more demand. We also did a lot of work with our creatives. Again, we had a super tight brand, but not really adapted for socials. So thanks to expertise your end, we took it back, did some work internally as well. Quite quickly also seeing spend going up quite significantly. Year to date, I think we're doubling the spend, definitely, compared to last year. Something that could make me lose my job, but we're seeing the results, definitely. So started scaling, started driving revenue in more markets than ever thought, to be honest. Many markets where we only did performance as well. So it's a clear sign that it has been working. I think we closed 2025 with an average growth year over year on around 86%, closing the year at 90 million. Of course, we expanded a lot in Sweden, but few markets such as Norway, Germany, where we're practically only doing performance, had growth rates between like 200 to 400%. So it gave results. Norway, 24, I think we closed around 2 million during the year, 25, 8 million. Only performance. And year to date, also around 250 growth rates since last year.
And that's all profitable growth?
Profitable growth. I think we've been very careful since start. You would know that we want it to be reasonable. We're not just going to increase the spend without seeing the results. So basically daily optimization to stay within ACoS targets to see that what we spend actually generates revenue back. So that's been the approach since start, and also an approach that has enabled us to spend more. We see results in one market, then we push there.
That's impressive numbers. And how is it to work with the ROIROI team from day to day?
I'd say the team is very efficient. It's never more than a few minutes away. If I have a question, we see something that could use optimization. If you have a question, we communicate over Slack, which is very much appreciated. It very much feels like an extension of the team. It's not simply an agency optimizing ads. It's way more than that. And I think we're only working with ROIROI for our performance as of now, but having an agency with kind of 360 knowledge around the whole e-commerce business is very beneficial.
Last question. Would you recommend ROIROI, and what kind of brands are we suitable for?
Absolutely. I would, and I have to quite a few, but from own experience, definitely to companies pretty much in the stages we were in, ambitious scale-ups or ambitious brands with international growth plans. ROIROI has done that journey before, and it's very much a strategic partner to start working with that can kind of guide slightly on the way as well. There's a lot of expertise, and a lot of expertise that can be used for smaller teams as well.
Thank you very much.